You want to start your wellness journey, but you are so overwhelmed by everything going on. You feel like you have to buy a million products and it's just not realistic for you at this time. You came to the right place because I'm going to help you on your starting to be a wellness girly journey. I just also want to say I appreciate you guys so much for watching my videos. I recently got a message from someone saying that my videos were really healing to them and they look forward to seeing them every week. And that just literally melted my heart because it's healing for me too. I love coming on here and sharing things with you guys, especially if it motivates you, gets you out of bed, or it's just something that you're going through in life at this exact moment. I'm here for you. Before we jump into this video, I want to explain what wellness means because I think that wellness is such a spectrum. And to me, I feel like the wellness girlies are like the top tier self-care girls that you see online, like all this self-care stuff. I feel like the wellness girlies are really at the top because they think of self-care holistically. They think of it body, mind, soul, not just using a ton of expensive beauty products, which I for sure can show you how to do as well, which is why I really label myself the bougie wellness girl, because sometimes when we think of wellness, we think crunchy, we think granola. You do not have to be crunchy, you do not have to be granola in order to care about your health and in order to be well and in order to think outside of the box, untraditionally. Wellness for me, I'm on my own wellness journey with my health problems. I've always been fascinated with taking care of my body, and just to mix it in with daily life, I think it's really important because we're not really taught how to take care of ourselves. We're not really taught how to be humans. I don't even know what we're taught to be because the way that we wake up and we work 9 to 5s and we stress, and this is not human nature. So I think that being in tune with wellness and being on this journey, which I'm so proud of you for being here to watch this video, is really to be more in tune with yourself. It's really to be more in line with yourself. And also we want to make sure that you're living your best life until your old age. This is really about longevity. This is about feeling good. This is about not having to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in the doctor's office for something simple that we can prevent by just taking care of ourselves better. You're in the right place. That's all I can say. Let's just hop right into the video. On your wellness journey, the first thing that you want to consider that is not crazy, but you need to prioritize is sleep. This is a big one. I talk about it a lot, something that I've had trouble with in the past, but women specifically need a lot of sleep. So right now, if you're in a place of life where you're not really prioritizing sleep, you're skimping on sleep, you're staying up watching Netflix all night, you're getting up super early, trying to cram it all in, and you're wondering why you're stressed, you need to start with the sleep. Now, if you're someone who has a very busy schedule, you have kids, you have life that comes and goes, and just things that are really actually preventing you from going to sleep that are actually legitimate excuses, I think that you should start trying to incorporate at least 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. The body needs rest. We need to recover. That's how we rejuvenate. That's how we heal. That's how we detox. It's a really big thing. So the first thing that you can do to just start paying attention to your wellness more is get better sleep. I think I've actually incorporated this into one of my videos. If I haven't already mentioned this, I want to give you some tips to getting better sleep. Blackout curtains or an eye mask, whatever works for you. Cold temperature at night. No screen time 30 minutes before bed, white noise or some kind of sleep sounds. They have an Apple Music playlist. You can even listen to sound bowl music on YouTube, hot shower an hour before bed, and you can supplement with things like magnesium. I can tag some wellness products in the bottom of this video just in case you need suggestions on eye mask, magnesium, sleep. All of that will be linked in case you're curious where to find these things, but these are all just a recipe for better sleep. Number 2, something that you're gonna do on your wellness journey, you're gonna start reading labels. I'm talking every time you go to the grocery store, you're gonna pick up whatever you wanna buy, you're gonna turn it over, and you're gonna start learning how to read labels. This is a big one that so many people do not do, and they do not know how to do it. When you're eating food, we wanna think really basic. We wanna think, is this actually coming from a plant source, an animal source, something real, or is this completely synthetic? Now, the rule of thumb whenever you're shopping is already stick to the perimeter of the grocery store because that's usually where the fruits, the vegetables, the meats, and the cheeses are. Everything in the middle can survive without refrigeration, can last longer, which is why it's in the middle of this grocery store so that you're forced to go through it. Stick to the perimeters. As far as reading labels, let's break this down. You want to look for items that have 5 or less ingredients if you can, because anything more than 5 to 10 to 20, it's just filler. It's gums. If you can't read something, you can't literally articulate something on a label, it is probably not meant to be in your body. So you want to start looking at your favorite household items and saying, wow, this is actually filled with a lot of preservatives, a lot of fillers that I don't even know how to say and I don't even know what are, so I probably shouldn't be putting these things in my body. Once you start to learn how to read labels, it makes your life 10 times easier because then you start prioritizing certain brands, then you learn to look at for what brands that you want to purchase. Now there's some things where reading labels might not matter entirely, like if you want to buy a bag of chips, no matter what, the chips are going to be cooked in a way that's probably not advantageous for our body. So like when it comes to that kind of stuff, yes, be mindful, but there's certain things that you're just gonna have to accept eating if you want that as a part of your diet. But overall, we wanna start looking at our cheeses. We wanna start looking at the meats that you're buying. You wanna start looking, especially if they're already pre-packed and you're not getting them from a butcher. You just wanna make sure that there's no preservatives or anything in there. Start looking at your sauces, okay? There are great companies like Primal Kitchen that have sauces that are almost identical taste to some of these brands and aren't filled with sugars, aren't filled with preservatives, aren't filled with all of these things that we can't even pronounce. Read your labels. If you guys need a video on this, I mean, I'll break it down even more, but just start learning to look for things on your labels, what they mean. You just wanna look for real words. You wanna look for maybe vinegar, salt, pepper, garlic. Those are all things that you know how to read. Now it's the xanthan gum, it's the guar gum, it's all these things that you're like, wait, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Stay away from those. Number 3, start avoiding inflammatory oils. So these are all things that you can really do for free because you don't have to necessarily go out and buy something in order to start incorporating this into your lifestyle. Avoiding inflammatory oils. What are inflammatory oils? They're essentially oils that when you heat them to a certain level or they're put in something that makes your body react in a negative way, it causes inflammation, and inflammation can lead to things like cancer, lead to things like chronic disease, lead to things. It's essentially the stress state that your body goes into to try to protect itself. That's what inflammation is. So when people say, oh my gosh, I have chronic inflammation, their body's in a stress state. Things that can trigger inflammation are things like food, and seed oils are a really big one. Now, as you're reading your labels and you're transitioning into understanding more about what you're putting into your body, you are going to realize how many seed oils are in everything that we consume. Now, I think it's because it's an easy filler. It makes it addictive. It makes it taste good. But what are seed oils? Seed oils are things like canola oil, vegetable oil, rapeseed oil. Vegetable oil is not even a real thing. It's mainly just canola oil or even corn oil or peanut oil. You're hearing corn and you're hearing peanut and you think just because it's real things that it's not bad for your body. These things are terrible. I come from a Nigerian household, okay? We grew up, and when we were in Nigeria, they were cooking things with palm oil, corn oil, and it was nothing. And now, oh my gosh, in my older age, I'm like, oh wait, if you're cooking things, be careful. You know, the older generation, sometimes they don't want to let go of their stuff, and that's fine because it's a transition, but you want to start being aware of the oils that you're using. Now, my recommendations in this video are going to be cooking with things like avocado oil, olive oil, and even coconut oil or beef tallow or ghee. These are great alternatives for cooking, and yes, it takes an adjustment period just like anything else in life. But these are really easy swaps that you can start incorporating. These are things that you can start paying attention to on your wellness journey. The next one, it is easy and it is free. It is getting movement and sunlight. This is really big, especially for women for our hormones. It seems inconvenient to have to wake up and go out. If you live in a neighborhood, you're blessed. You better get up and go on that little 10-minute walk in the morning, get some sunshine on your skin, get the sun in your eyes, and take a brisk walk. That's really great. For us city dwellers, it's a little bit more difficult, but we still find a way. The biggest thing is movement. Now, when people are on their wellness journey, they're like, oh, I have to go do Pilates and I have to go weightlift and I have to go do all these really stressful, crazy things. I'm telling you, it's as simple as movement. It is as simple as pulling up a YouTube video online and just doing a 30-minute little quick Pilates session, quick ab circuit, just something that is getting your body moving because we are so sedentary as a society. The work from home, some of us not commuting, some of us not going and being in our communities, some of us not being able to socialize as much. We don't realize how much we are actually sedentary, and we need to reconnect with nature. Now, reconnecting with nature is not woo-woo. Again, I'm a bougie wellness babe. Like, this is not based on woo-woo. This is based on science. This is based on human nature. Even on my journey, I'm realizing how much little things can throw off your hormones. And something as simple as a walk, maybe after meals or in the morning, and getting sunlight first thing in the morning is really great for our circadian rhythm, which is our sleep cycle and our wake cycle. And it's just really good for resetting your hormones. You also want to get out, maybe put some feet on the grass. One thing I do is grounding, put your feet on the grass. There's literally an energetic field that helps to just balance with your body. Things that we just don't learn about in school. Things that as kids, we do it all the time. But when we become adults, it just slips out of our awareness because we get busy and things happen. So we go out with our friends. But that's why I'm here for you. Because I'm your reconnection sister. And we're not crunchy. We're not granola. We're bougie wellness babes. Because you know, one thing about me, I love a good beauty product. I really do love a good beauty product. And I love taking care of myself. I love all the nice things. But you can incorporate doing nice things as well as taking care of yourself. Number 5, these tips are super simple, but it's paying attention to your body and being aware of the things that your body is feeling. You will always be your best doctor because you will always know what's going on in your body the best. No one else can tell you what's going on in your body, how you feel, your acne flare-ups. No one else can tell you these things. No one else can tell you what's going on in your body, even doctors, because doctors don't know what you're feeling. They don't know what you're experiencing, and they don't necessarily see you wake up and go to sleep morning and day. So you have to be aware of these things, because if God forbid something happens, you want to be able to articulate the transition that your body has been going through. For example, we have just been trained to go through life and think that aches are normal and bloating is normal, and that, oh, the hot girls always have bloating, and hot girls, you know, have acne. These things aren't necessarily normal, and they're not necessarily a good sign for things that are going inside of the body. So for me, I dealt with acne for a very long time, and changing my eating really helped, but also just transitioning and learning more about my body has really helped me with that. Again, this is for the girls who are starting on their wellness journey. All I want you to do is start paying attention to your body. I want you to eat something and pay attention to how your body feels. I want you to drink something, pay attention to how your body feels. I want you to not drink something and not eat something and pay attention to how your body feels. Are you using the bathroom regularly? Do you feel like you have really bad PMS before your periods? Especially for females, one thing that I've been learning is to track my cycle, and everyone was talking about it for so long, and I was like, that doesn't apply to me, until I started realizing I turn into a monster, a literal monster the week before my period. I will cry on demand. I will be angry. I will hate everything. I'll be depressed, and I'll be like, and then I'll look down at my calendar and I'll say, oh, I'm about to get my period. It's a real thing. And once you start learning your body more, it can help you with the mental part of it. It can help you understand the symptoms that you're feeling, and maybe a route that you want to take to start healing yourself. Being aware of your body, it will just help you to be more in tune with yourself. It'll help your mental health, and it'll also just help you on this wellness journey that we are going to take you on. Now, there's no such thing as perfection when it comes to wellness. Just because you have a bad day doesn't mean you're not a wellness girly. It does not mean that you don't care about yourself. Wellness is not linear. It is a lifestyle. So as you're watching these videos and as we grow together, you will just be learning so much more about your body, how to take care of your body, and how to just elevate your self-care. Now, I hope you like this video. I will be making a part 2, and hopefully I'll turn this into a little series where I just tell you my little wellness hacks, and we can keep growing and learning together. I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.